Welcome back to another episode of the Sports Desk Live. All right, it's your guy one more time, Dedrick L. Hicks Jr., one third of your sportsologist here. To talk about a lot of things that are going on in the world of sports. All right, so if this is your first time rocking with the Sports Desk Live, do your boy a favor and hit the subscribe button. You'll be notified every single time we drop a piece of content. On this channel, we discuss various topics in the sports world, from basketball to football to the college ranks to MMA, combat sports, WWE, and so forth and so on. All right. But tonight we normally have a live show during the week, but this week, no live show. All right. So we got this dope pre-recorded video, if I must say so myself, that I am rolling out to discuss some of the hot topics in the world of sports. All right. So hopefully you guys are doing well out there for sure. As always, thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for just everything, man, within these first few weeks of the Sports Desk Live. But we're going to go ahead and get into it. My name, again, is Dedrick L. Hicks Jr., and let's talk about it. So leave comments down below, man, if you disagree or agree with something that we're talking about tonight. Holla at us, man. Leave a comment down below. We would love to chop it up. We take any questions as well. Drop your questions down below in the comments, and then we definitely can talk about it on the very next episode of the Sports Desk Live. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. In the middle of the night while I was sleeping, actually, I was just getting up first thing in the morning. Actually, I checked my phone just to make sure ain't nothing popping off, and it was. So James Harden, all right, former NBA MVP, multiple time All-Star, probably one of the top 15 to 20 greatest scorers of all time, was traded again. All right, James Harden was traded to the Los Angeles Clippers, his preferred destination. And in the NBA, each and every year, there's a trade that makes you say, wow. All right. And I know Dame Lillard was traded to the Milwaukee Bucks just a few weeks ago, but this one right here was a big wow for me. So, James Harden, he's on a world tour in the NBA, man. On a world tour in the NBA. Of course, he started off with the Oklahoma City Thunder, where he rose to stardom by leaving there and going to the Houston Rockets, and he exploded. He made Houston his town. You got the beard going. They were winning games. They were competing in the playoffs. He won an MVP. He was just he developed himself into one of the biggest stars in all of basketball. And then after being there for quite some time, of course, he was traded to the Brooklyn Nets. Another blockbuster trade. All right. And it was a lot going on in Brooklyn that was just awful. You got Durant, you got Irving, and you got Harden. You're thinking championship, right? We all know that didn't happen. They only reached the conference semifinals, and Kyrie Irving never played in that year due to the whole situation with COVID. And then the following year, they were swept by the Boston Celtics. All right, so he moves on from there, and he gets traded to Philadelphia. He is playing with the MVP, top two big man of all of basketball, Joel Embiid. He goes to a well-respected coach in Doc Rivers, who's the NBA champion, really talented, touted roster, and it's a problem there. And then he's traded today to the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, how does James Harden always get what he wants? And this is the thing with the NBA. Each and every year, you can book it. You're going to have one star or superstar caliber player wanting to leave where he is and go elsewhere. But this thing with James Harden is absolutely mind-blowing. He's literally been able to go wherever he wanted to go. Daryl Morey, this man sit here and call Daryl Morey a liar while on a Adidas press run in China. And he gets traded to the Clippers? How does he continue to always get what he wants? For me, I'm a fan of James Harden, the basketball player. When he's on the court and he's locked in, it's like, wow, how can you be that talented and do the things that he can do over the time that we've seen James Harden play? How? He's gifted. That's how. But now we are in a wild a wild conversation of James Harden. What are you getting? Clippers, Ty Lue, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. What are you getting? I really feel bad for Russell Westbrook because it looked like Westbrook had found him a new home. It looked like Westbrook was starting to reestablish himself and be a pivotal piece to the Los Angeles Clippers. And now he has to bring back on old baggage that he got away from in James Harden. Look, James Harden and Russell Westbrook, they didn't work out in Houston. They got to an 8th or 7th seed, and they got bounced by the Lakers in 5 games. Next thing you know, Russell Westbrook was traded. Next thing you know, he was traded to Los Angeles Lakers. It didn't work. So now you're going to bring them back together. Maybe Ty Lue knows something that we don't. James Harden is not, unless he wins a championship, James Harden is going to have a lot of conversation about him not being a team guy, a selfish guy, a crybaby, a whiner, and a complainer. Now, does James Harden probably care about any of that? He probably doesn't. The guy's made, what, $500-600 million in his NBA career just on the court. Lord knows what he's made with Adidas and other companies in his time in the NBA. He probably is not concerned with my opinion or yours. But when you talk about totality, his career, what will be said and what will be remembered, this will be a part of the conversation. Am I blaming James Harden for every stop that he's been like it's his fault? I'm not saying that. It appears to be that way, and his reputation is what it is. But sooner or later, it can't be everybody else. When is a conversation going to start about, well, what role is James Harden playing in all this? Because he always ends up being the victim. He always ends up being like something there. So in this trade, the 76ers acquired Nicholas Batum, Marcus Morris, KJ Martin, Robert Covington, multiple draft picks, and a pick swap from the Clippers for James Harden and PJ Tucker. Now, I like PJ Tucker going to the Clippers. Hard-nosed defender. He earns every single thing. Yeah, he's getting up there in age, but PJ Tucker still has a lot of value that he could provide to a basketball team. NBA champion with the Milwaukee Bucks 2 years ago. So I like what he's going to bring to the Clippers. And listen, can the Clippers say now, again, that they are in prime position to win it all? Can they say that they are in prime position to win it all? On paper, absolutely you can. Absolutely you can say that they are in prime position. Paul George has come out smoking hot to start this season. Kawhi Leonard is playing efficient and playing very good basketball. Ty Lue, in my opinion, one of the top 5 coaches in the National Basketball Association. Russell Westbrook, like I said, it seemed like he's found a new spot where he could be comfortable in and thrive in his position. And then you bring on James Harden. You literally have 2 MVPs. I believe you have 3 top 75 NBA players on one team. I know Westbrook is 1, Harden is 1, and I believe Kawhi Leonard is 1. I think so. Don't quote me on that. But they have more than enough talent, if they can stay healthy, to really cause some problems in the Western Conference and ultimately get to an NBA Finals. But if I had to bet, if this was Bovado, Prize Picks, FanDuel, and the over-under, will things work out in Los Angeles, California, with the new look Clippers? Me, I'm taking the under. I'm taking the under because I do not see that being the case. So we're going to watch this very, very closely. The Clippers, I'm sure when James get there, probably won't play a game till later on at the end of the week. I know they have the Lakers on Wednesday night. I don't know if he's going to play there. A lot of stuff that has to be done before things are final with that trade. So another blockbuster in the NBA. It's always wow. I'm a huge fan of the NBA on and off the court. And it's just going to be really interesting to see, one, how does James Harden fall in line with Kawhi Leonard's style of leadership? 2, he's not the first option. He ain't the second option. Now he the third option. So how is Ty Lue going to get everybody together Stick to the main thing, which is the main thing. That is to win an NBA World Championship. So we'll keep it locked here on the Sports Desk. We'll be covering it each and every game, each and every scene, each and every thrilling moment, like we always do here on the Sports Desk. All right, moving on. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. In all my years of watching college football, I've never ever seen, never, I've never seen a situation like we have in Boulder, Colorado. Let's rewind it back. All of you are very, very familiar. Deion Primetime Sanders accepts a job at Colorado, shake up the world, knocking off then ranked 15 TCU on the road when they were 20. What was it? They were 24, 29-point underdogs. Long story short, they got the win. Topsy-turvy season for the Buffs. I believe they're 4-4 currently right now. And they go to the Rose Bowl to face the UCLA Bruins this past weekend. And miraculously, crazy enough, there's a thief at the Rose Bowl. There's a thief at the Rose Bowl. And this thief finds his way, all the security that's at the Rose Bowl in LA, that mystique of a stadium and a venue. And somehow, some way, somebody gets in there and steals the jewelry of the Colorado Buffaloes. Really? Somebody gets in there and steals the jewelry of the Colorado Buffaloes? And no one knows nothing? This is disgusting. The NCAA should launch a full investigation if they have not already. We need to know who did this. These kids should be reimbursed. It's not their fault that they're getting opportunities like never before. It's not their fault. It's not Deion Sanders' fault that he brings a swag and a command and a focus and a spotlight to wherever he is. It's not his fault. But we got a thief in the Rose Bowl. Deion Sanders said earlier today, he says, this is the Rose Bowl. They say the granddaddy of them all, right? I'm sure granddaddy has some money in reference of these kids should be reimbursed for their jury being taken. And any clowns out there been reading comments and saying, oh, they shouldn't be, their kids. Why are they? It has nothing to do with that. That is their possessions. It's their stuff. It shouldn't be taken. It's not no one else's. It's not. But now there's this it ain't no conversation. Find out who did it. Publicly have that person front page and center so we can see the disgusting individual that person is. They should be tried. They should be convicted. And they should do the time for the crime of stealing things that don't belong to them. The NCAA, y'all know what's up, man. The Rose Bowl? I mean, my God, I know that place is more protected than almost the White House. You listen to Kirk Herbstreit, them the granddaddy of them all. But when Prime and the Buffs go there, stuff gets stolen. And we don't know nothing. Reimburse those kids or find their jury. Find the person who did this, because I'm sure there's 50 cameras. That's right, 50 cameras all over the Rose Bowl. Find out who did it. Find out who did it. Get the kids back their jury. Get the kids back their jury. Or reimburse them. I agree with Prime. Because I've never, ever heard of this. Never in the college sports. That while these kids are out there playing their heart out, playing the game that they love by earned scholarships to the University of Colorado, someone's in their belongings and stealing their personal items. And if any one of you sit out there and say that, oh, well, it's not a big deal. They make money anyway. They can go buy some more. You're the problem. You're a part of the problem. Because if somebody walked up somewhere where you were unaware and they took your belongings, would you still be saying the same thing? Yeah, I'm gonna answer that for you. The answer is no. All right. The answer is no. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. All right, man. The NFL trade deadline took place earlier today. And there were a couple of moves that definitely took place for sure. But one big move in particular, the former number 2 overall pick, Chase Young, was traded to the San Francisco 49ers to put alongside Joey Bosa. How? How? Now, Chase Young has not been healthy. He's been battling injury. He has flashed and peaked in the 7 to 8 games that he's played this year. Well, he hasn't played that much. He only played like 5 games, four to 5 games with the Washington Commanders, and he's shown that he's getting back to himself. He's shown that he still has elite talent. He's shown that he can contribute in a big way. Chase Young is a big man, strong man, fast man off the football, and to put him on alongside Bosa, the 49ers have lost 3 straight games. Brock Purdy is looking mortal. The defense is in shambles. The injuries are haunting them. Kyle Shanahan, he said, no, we're going to make a move, and we are going to make a move now. And that's exactly what he did. I am very interested to see exactly how things shape up out there in San Francisco, where now they have a more athletic, faster presence on the other side of the ball. Good luck. Good luck, man. So 49ers adding Chase Young, big deal. We also had some other moves happen. We saw Kirk Cousins go down this past Sunday against the Packers, torn Achilles, out for the season. The Vikings said, well, we're going to go get a veteran guy and see what we can make out of it. We're 4-4. They're still in prime position in the NFC. The NFC is not loaded. The NFC is not that loaded, top heavy. You have an opportunity to get in the playoffs with maybe a 9-8 record or 8-9 record. I mean, it's just not that. It's opportunity in the NFC to make the playoffs. And then getting Josh Dobbs for the Minnesota Vikings, they're pretty much saying, hey, Josh Dobbs can win some games, which he can. He can run an offense, which he has shown he can do. And he is going to give the Minnesota Vikings an opportunity to stay in the run. Montez Sweat being traded from the Commanders to the Chicago Bears. Leonard Williams being traded from the New York Football Giants to the Seattle Seahawks. I think the Seahawks are saying to themselves, because we haven't seen Seattle and San Francisco yet, I don't believe. But I believe that the Seattle Seahawks see the 49ers before the Chase Young trade and said they can be got. Let's get them. I believe that was the conversation. And Leonard Williams out there in Seattle, that is a big-time move. Cannot wait for 49ers in Seattle next time they go head-to-head. Also moves that took place before the trade deadline. Kevin Byard from the Tennessee Titans. Was traded from the Titans to the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's like, come on, man. And this is what gets me mad. You know, I got full love and admiration for my Jacksonville Jaguars here in my hometown of Duval County, Florida. But I was born and raised a Dallas Cowboy fan. And when I seen Byard going to the Philadelphia Eagles, I'm like, yep, of course. Everybody gets better, but the Cowboys at the trade deadline. Okay. That's personally how I felt about it. J.C. Jackson moving from the Chargers back to the Patriots. Van Jefferson from the Rams to the Falcons. Cam Akers from the Rams to the Vikings. Rasul Douglas from the Packers to the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo needed after Tre'Davious White went down with the Achilles. They were hurting in the secondary. They were hurting in the secondary, and Douglas is going to give them some support there and help improve them on the back end of their defense. And Donovan Peoples-Jones going from the Cleveland Browns to the Detroit Lions, who got back in the saddle, knocking off the Las Vegas Raiders this past Monday night. Speaking of Las Vegas Raiders, my God, Davante Adams, what are you going to do? This man is being wasted. This man is being wasted in Las Vegas. After Derek Carr was let go this past offseason, Davante Adams should have been screaming for a trade. No disrespect to Jimmy Garoppolo whatsoever. No disrespect. But Jimmy G ain't the Jimmy G when he was with the 49ers. And when he was with the 49ers, he had Kyle Shanahan. He didn't have Josh McDaniels. Kyle Shanahan's the top 3, top 2 coach in all the NFL. And his mind and John Lynch, probably the best general manager in football. The 49ers have a window to win it all. And they keep showing us that they're all in to do so. But Devontae Adams, not playing with that. Not that Jimmy G and not that 49ers regime. If I was Devontae Adams, as soon as the game was over last night against the Detroit Lions, I would have been screaming for a trade. Trade me. He's going to wither away in Las Vegas. Josh McDaniels, he's on borrowed time. Jimmy Garoppolo, get him out of here. Vegas is going to have to rebuild, and Devontae Adams is not going to be. He's not going to be in a position to do that, to rebuild. He's not. He is entering the backside of his prime. He is pound for pound, in my opinion, still, due to the body of work to date, the best receiver in all of football. No disrespect to Tyreek Hill, no disrespect to A.J. Brown. They have a phenomenal seasons. Hell, Tyreek's going to go for 2,000. A.J., you just throw it up and you getting hurt bad trying to get in his way to try to catch it. But for the past 4 to 5 seasons, 3 to 4 seasons, Devontae Adams has been clear-cut, hands down, no questions asked, the best receiver in all of the National Football League. So if I'm Devontae Adams, at the end of the regular season, it's one of 2 ways. You trade me or you trade me. You trade me or you trade me. Simple as that. I hate to see great players. And don't get me wrong. He asked to go to Vegas. Derek Carr was there, his best friend out of college when they went to Fresno State. But Derek Carr was never a John Gruden guy. He never was. He was dealing with things with the Raiders. And ultimately, even after Gruden's removal, things never got better. And he was ultimately released, and now he plays for the Saints, where he is not doing well there either. So if I'm Devontae Adams, I'm picking up the phone, man. Get me out of here. Who needs a receiver? Plenty of people need receivers, big-time receivers, and I think he can definitely make that happen. All right. So again, I am a huge NBA fan. I'm a huge fan. And this upcoming Friday, November the 3rd, we have the in-season regular, what would we have? The in-season tournament. Now, I'm a fan. I'm excited to see exactly how this is going to shake out. We got games starting this Friday. And listen, it's going to be something for the eyes to try to have to get used to. And the first 2 games that we have up on the in-season tournament, as I pull them up here, on November the 3rd, I think there's 2 games. So I don't think every game starting the 3rd are going to be a part of the in-season tournament. So they're not, Yahoo Sports is not letting me know what games, but I believe 2 of the games are going to be Dallas and Denver at 10 o'clock. And I believe the Knicks, Golden State, Oklahoma City. Don't quote me, but there are 2 in-season tournament games. So this tournament is going to start November 3rd, and it's going to go all the way until a champion is crowned sometime in December. Now, there are people out there saying, why is the NBA doing this? Well, they're doing it because they want to improve their product. Soccer is globally the best sport in the world. It is globally the most popular, I'm going to say popular, not best, because we all have our preferences. But soccer is the most overly popular sport globally, and the NBA tapped in to what soccer is doing with these in-season tournaments. Now, I'm not the biggest buff on soccer. I can't really break it down what they do with this tournament or this. I can't break that down. But what I can tell you is the NBA has tightened up their rules and regulations on how often players need to play to qualify for certain awards and first team and second team and third team NBA honors, which impacts their money. If you want to be an MVP or Defensive Player of the Year or whatever, those things impact your money. So the NBA has came down and said, hey, you're going to rest players. We need this, that, and the third. But if they miss over 80%, or I think it's like 80% of the games, and they won't even qualify. So you got guys who could potentially be a first team, second team, or third team All NBA player, and their contract is up. So when it's time for that crazy super max that's going on out there, they won't even qualify because it didn't meet the requirements. So what the in-season tournament is going to do is going to put more eyes on the game. I've seen the courts that the NBA rolled out, what the courts will look like representing, like whenever there's a tournament game. It looks pretty cool. I seen the trophy. The trophy looks pretty dope. I don't think it's a gimmick whatsoever. I don't think it's a gimmick. I think it's to increase the quality and increase the significance of the brand. That's what I think. That's what I think. And I think they're going to be successful. You know, you got Luka Doncic and Kevin Durant and LeBron James and Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard and Joel Embiid, stars upon stars, Nikola Jokic, stars upon stars upon stars upon stars. And you can see their faces. And when they're playing these games and their commercials are running, whether it's a Wendy's commercial, a Beats by Dre commercial, or whatever the commercial is, like you recognize just exactly who that player is. Or these tournaments and the flash and the glitz and the glamour are going to, in my opinion, be the game's going to get there a return of good with this investment. I just believe so. And maybe I'm being a little biased because I love the game and it is during football season, and I get it. If you have a football game on and it's a big time game, you're probably going to want to watch your football game over your basketball game. Me, if you got Celtics Lakers on one TV and then on the other TV we got Bengals Ravens, that's a tough watch for me. So I'm going to have to split screen it. I'm going to have to split screen and watch both because I enjoy the game. So the in-season tournament is going to run through November through December at Champion B Crowd. I'm going to be watching very closely, giving my thoughts and opinions here on the Sports Desk Live here on YouTube. And, we'll be going from there. So, hopefully we all can pay attention to it and see exactly, how things are going to go and, all the incentives and all that. Like, we're going to be really watching to see how it all shakes down for sure. All right. So that's pretty much all we got for tonight's episode of the Sports Desk Live. No live show this week, but we still want to drop some content of some things that are going on in the sports world. So it's trying to be consistent, trying to push our content. We have the weekly Jacksonville Jaguars matchup show. We also have a programming note. We will be getting into all my wrestling heads out there this coming Friday. Me and my buddy Ross over at TLTG Reviews. He has multiple channels here on different things on YouTube. We will be covering WWE's Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia this coming Friday. Look out for that video to drop right here on the Sports Desk Live. Looking forward to talking a little bit of that wrestling. So how I grew up and in my era, wrestling was a part of your household, was a part of your either your Monday, your Friday, your Sunday in some way, shape, or form. And some of us continue to run with it. So looking forward to the Crown Jewel on this coming Saturday, but we will cover the card this Friday. All right. So as always, man, we appreciate you guys' support. We appreciate the love. We appreciate you guys just taking the time to watch. Do us a favor, hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you like us. Hit the thumbs up. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It voice how you feel about our content, but trust me, we will be getting that much better, that much more efficient and consistent as we go along with this thing. All right. So building it brick by brick, we enjoy sports and we will keep it going. All right. So until next time, man, y'all be cool. Y'all be safe. Y'all take care of yourselves. I have all information now in the description box. You want to drop us an email, questions, or whatever, we'll answer them here on the Sports Desk. All right. Until the very next time, y'all be cool. And we'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.